Other news on this Wednesday night, a small business owner in Queens says the food delivery app DoorDash is withholding more than $45,000 in sales after canceling the shop's account without warning. New at 10, Ron Lee is live from Flushing with that story tonight. Ron?
Louis, due to the pandemic, the owner of A Crepe, which is located inside of this mall that's just behind me here on Main Street, well, he tells us that foot traffic for his business has been down about 90%, which is why he's been relying on food delivery platforms like Uber Eats, Grubhub, and DoorDash to stay in business. Yet he and his business partner tell me their experience with DoorDash over the last month has been a nightmare. Due to a family emergency that has taken owner David Liu out of town, this small crepe stand named A Crepe won't be reopening till early March. With foot traffic down significantly due to the pandemic, Liu, who lives in Flushing, is now the only person who works here. And on top of his family concerns, Liu is grappling with a costly business crisis involving DoorDash.
I'm almost crazy. Oh my God, what's going on?
Liu tells me he couldn't believe his eyes when he checked his bank account on January 19th and noticed that DoorDash, the food delivery service that has exploded in popularity during the pandemic, had made 9 withdrawals that day, adding up to $46,700.
I'm speaking up very well.
Liu is not comfortable expressing himself in English, so he asked his business partner, Eric Liang, to describe how alarmed Liu felt when he noticed that all of that money that could have paid for food and rent had been withdrawn.
Basically, all the proceeds and sales that A Crepe, the store, has made for the past 2 months, it was reversed. So the money that we made, DoorDash just took it out of our accounts without our permission or knowledge.
Liang says since DoorDash had access to their account number, it simply did an automated clearinghouse or ACH transfer to pull funds from the account. The business partners tell me, despite repeated attempts to clarify the situation, DoorDash terminated its agreement with them without explaining which terms of service had allegedly been violated. In a recent email dated February 23rd, a merchant support representative for DoorDash replied, "You have been identified as going against our terms of service. While you can continue to reach out, you will not be reactivated." The reply goes on to say, additionally, we withdrew the payments for funds acquired during the time when your store breached the TOS and will not be reimbursing the funds. In the meantime, with rent due and bills to pay, the business partners say they are grateful that Bank of America has been able to help them recover about $30,000 in funds that were withdrawn by DoorDash. Yet they claim they are still due more than $15,000. The men tell me while they plan to consult with an attorney this weekend, they also plan to sever all ties with DoorDash once this situation is resolved.
We've generated tons of revenue and tons of fees for them. And the fact that they treated us like this is not only absurd, it's quite insulting.
When we reached out to DoorDash for comment, a spokeswoman told NY1 this afternoon that the company is looking into the matter and said they will get back to us as soon as possible. We're live tonight in Flushing, Queens. Ron Lee, NY1. Louis.
All right, thank you so much, Ron.